An important week lies ahead for Swansea City and Paul Clement as they take in the disappointment of the worrying weekend defeat to Watford and seek a means of finding a spark to ignite their attacking game. Losing Gylfi Sigurdsson and Fernando Llorente was always going to be an issue in the short term, particularly as Swansea were unable to put a deal together to replace the Iceland international to their satisfaction before the end of the transfer window. But the cautious, stilted manner of the first-half performance against the Hornets raised serious question marks over the Swans' ability to ask questions of opposing defences. A lack of tempo and natural attacking width were again issues, as they had been against Newcastle. Solving those problems will not be the work of a moment, but Swansea must find a way to offer more offensively. While he does not have Sigurdsson and Llorente, Clement does have players he can bring into his starting lineup who could make a difference. Here, we assess some of those options. Leon Britton in action against Southampton. The 35-year-old may be unlikely to storm forward, beat 3 or 4 defenders, and find the top corner, but it is what he provides for his teammates that makes a difference. For the best part of 15 years his ability to move the ball quickly and efficiently has been a hallmark of Swansea's game. Several managers have overlooked him at one stage or another, all of them have ended up reintegrating him into their side. He is that influential. He was superb over the closing stages of last season and he still makes Swansea tick. A back injury hindered him earlier in the season, but he is fit now and the weekend suggested his qualities would add something and help give others more space in which to operate. Roque Mesa readings. John Swift battles with Swansea City midfielder Roque Mesa. His error at the end proved so costly, but he had been partly responsible for Swansea getting back into the contest. Like Britain, the £11 million signing likes to dictate play and up the tempo with sharp one-touch passing. His distribution meant Swansea finally got on the front foot at the Liberty on Saturday. That late misjudgment aside, he has put together good performances against Reading and Watford. He looks to be getting fully up to speed with his new surroundings. Is it time for him to become a regular starter and increase the pace of Swansea's play? Luciano Narsing of Swansea City. The Dutch international was used intermittently during the second half of last season yet still managed to contribute 3 assists. Clement has looked to utilise him as more than simply a winger this season, asking for him to try out in the number 10 role for the under-23s and used in a narrower forward position at Reading in the Carabao Cup. His speed running in behind caused Reading problems and, while his decision-making can be suspect, pace frightens defenders and would allow Swansea to stretch the field and potentially give the midfield more room in which to operate. Renato Sanchez of Swansea City is tackled by John Swift of Reading. The Portugal international has had a mixed start to life at the Liberty. We have seen glimpses of brilliance, we have also seen several needless unforced errors. Clement elected to withdraw him from the firing line on the weekend, and at this stage it would be hard to make the case on current form that he would have made a significant difference to the first half showing. But his form for Portugal at Euro 2016 and Benfica ahead of his move to Bayern Munich shows there is a genuine talent there. He is strong and powerful, with the skill to leave an opponent for dead. Just ask Eric Dier after Sanchez turned him inside out to set up Swansea's best attack at Wembley recently. Could his talents be utilised in a more advanced role? He has occasionally lost focus defensively, so would allowing him to strut his stuff higher up the field make a difference? Tammy Abraham of Swansea City scores his side's first goal versus Watford. Getty Images Europe. The striker was left out of a Premier League starting lineup for the first time this season against Watford, and he had a point to prove when he was introduced at half-time. His willingness to run the channels caused Watford's 3-man defence issues, and he was always on the lookout for the second ball as Wilfried Boney's physicality led to a few goalmouth scrambles. He has a poacher's instincts in the box, and there were signs that he, Boney and Jordan Ayew could all play together, particularly at home. Boney has the strength to hold the ball up, Abraham offers a threat in behind and Ayew had the freedom to roam into pockets of space as the other pair occupied defenders. On the evidence of Saturday, the on-loan Chelsea striker should be expecting a recall.